back in beautiful sunny London. Apparently there's a storm coming that's going to bring very, very cold weathers, but we're going to enjoy the outdoors while the weather is nice. Wanted to quickly talk about a few things. First of all, of course, XRP is up nearly 15% just since 24 hours, because of course there's been a 90-day pause in the tariffs, right? So that's going to give a little bit of a breathing space for some of the market to come back, probably unadvised by market experts and economic advisors to the president. Probably why he did that, just to basically stop things from completely crashing underwater. So it's not saying no to tariffs, it's just pausing the tariffs for 90 days. And I think that this is going to be quite good for crypto. As you can see, it's rousing back already. Some of my tokens that I picked up at ridiculously low prices are 54% up. The micro caps. Some of them are going to do maybe 3 or 4 X's in the next week or so. I'm willing to bet. But our XRP is up 12, 13, 14, 15, 16%. And rising. And I think that we're not going to see the end of that until, things even out a little bit, right? Or some new bad news comes out. In a previous video, I think it was yesterday's, I talked about Pakistan and how they are enlisting the help of CZ as an advisor. Well, they're not stopping at, building a reserve. They're also thinking now at taking the surplus electricity that they have in their grid and sending that to the mining fields, right? And using that to mine Bitcoin. So, it's energy that they have surplus anyway. I don't know what they do. What do countries do with surplus electricity anyway? It's not like, I guess they can store them in a battery and then, store them for future use or something, or use it as some sort of reservoir or backup or something like that. Yeah, with that unused electricity, they're now thinking of using that to mine Bitcoin. See, so while you guys are thinking about bear markets and all that sort of stuff, countries are thinking strategy. Pakistan, the United States, the UAE, Singapore, even China. Everyone's thinking about what strategy they're going to use, what strategy they're going to enact to try and hoard this stuff, okay? Meanwhile, you guys are being flooded out of your pre-run stash. So guys, don't be fooled at all, yeah? Just hold on to what you've got. The time is coming. I've noticed, though, that the forecasts have become more conservative when it comes to where people think XRP is going. I've seen the Standard Chartered analyst that gave the supposedly bullish prediction. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Supposedly bullish prediction of $5.05, which is kind of crazy to me, because $5.05 is kind of like an expected place. In fact, without the tariff wars and all that sort of macro activity going on right now, I think we would be at $5.05 right now. Now with all the craziness going on, it's even looking like, to the untrained eye anyway, that we might not even make it there this year. Isn't that funny how that happens? This is why I always say, everything that you hear people say on the internet, all of it is, speculation, and all of it is based on things remaining the way they are right now, or things improving somewhat based on an upcoming catalyst. You guys remember, was it like a month ago when this bit of FUD was going around about Binance selling all their crypto? They were dumping their ETH, blah blah blah. Remember that? Turns out that what the truth was that they actually were buying crypto. During the dip that we've had now, they've accumulated nearly 23,000 Bitcoins, which is roughly $2 billion. And when the price returns to being over 100,000, that would represent a profit of $500 million to $1 billion very, very easily. So there you go. Even the exchanges are participating in the shaking of the tree. You guys, man, you got to have your eyes open.